You're stingy. Let me just clean you up real quick. I see. You're dodging, huh? Wait, can I aim it upward? Wait. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, I can aim it down. I didn't know I could aim it down there. Huh. What does he say?
At least I can finally stop looking over my shoulder now.
Wow. Going to a dungeon, usually. Things usually wraps up that way.
Lily has told me the whole story. Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar and to framing him for the Phantom Weasel's crimes?
Look who's finally developed a conscience. What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it, because there'll be hell to pay.
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lenny? Should we start preparing for your show?
Let me think. Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first. With Lorenzo in custody, Gemma will no longer have to fear for her safety.
Good point. We should go tell Gemma the good news right away. It'll give her some peace of mind for sure.
After 10 long years. Jesus. Must be torture, man. I mean, 10 years? Damn. I like how I don't play that many games, to be honest. I told you guys this before. So, the only game I sometimes always feel like playing, like, in general, a game I'd never get tired of, is League. I'm sorry. I don't know, I've been playing it so long, so, you know, sometimes when I'm bored, I'm like, yeah, I could play a game. I want to play a game. Or just like to pass the time, like, you know what? I'm just gonna kick up a quick game. That's it.
You were so quick.
I don't play
only
ranked
just
anymore.
finished my third dessert.
People too serious over there.
Your third? Lynette, come on, we've talked about this. Everything in moderation. You're not gonna have any room left for dinner now.
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the excess sugar.
Damn.
That's besides the point. Well, it's done now. But try to eat a more balanced diet in the future.
Jesus, all 3 desserts? Jesus. Are they small or big, though? Depends.
Point taken.
Did everything go okay?
If it did it, we wouldn't be here, lady. I'm sorry.
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for us. The guards are taking him into custody as we speak.
Gosh, that's amazing. I'm sorry, I still didn't know if I could trust you, but now it seems I can. I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but I...
Aww.
It's okay, we understand. He did threaten you. Paimon would find it hard to trust strangers in your position too.
He didn't do anything wrong, said.
But you don't need to be scared anymore. Everything's gonna be okay.
Sorry. Sorry. My emotions are all over the place right now. I've been waiting for this day to come for so long. I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's property, which I found suspicious, but I had people watching me all the time, so I couldn't risk looking into it.
Didn't his property go to her?
I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something terrible to me, and then no one would be left to visit Caesar's grave. So I never had the courage to speak out. Thank you all. Truly. Thank you so much.
No problem. Then, and next suggestion: everyone goes to the cemetery to announce Lorenzo's arrest and hold a memory for Caesar. Sorry. I can't stop eating this sunflower seeds. They're so good.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real Phantom Weasel. He never showed any signs that there were problems between him and Caesar in public. From the outside, it looked like they got along great. And to think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest all this time, while Caesar's name was getting dragged through the mud. It's a travesty. At least his soul
But
can
justice
finally
always
rest in peace now,
persevere in the end.
thanks to your efforts.
Sometimes. Ooh, sorry. That was inappropriate. I'm sorry.
If only I'd realized before it was too late.
Don't blame yourself.
Don't blame yourself, Gemma. This isn't your fault.
Yeah, you still have the rest of your life to live. Caesar wouldn't want to see you spending it feeling guilty.
It's gonna be hard to move on with somebody else though. For her, like, I don't know. It's gonna be really hard. I think.
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing a magic show at the
Well,
Opera
she doesn't
House
have to
tomorrow
be with somebody
evening.
else.
Would you like to come along? It might raise your spirits. This show will be a special one. We're holding it in Caesar's honor.
Oh my God! They're gonna do the trick. They're gonna do the trick.
In Caesar's honor. Really?
Oh my God! They're gonna do the trick.
Thank you. I'll be there.
But since he has the vision, he should be fine even if he falls, right?
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Traveler, Paimon, don't be late.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna miss out on a free magic show.
Yeah, we need to do something fun before we go to prison.
Wait, Paimon feels like we're forgetting something.
What?
Oh yeah, Caesar's diary! We never found out if the two kids Caesar taught magic to were Lenny and Lynette or not.
It's too
Lenny
obvious
changed the
that it
topic back
is.
in the workshop, so we didn't get a chance to bring it up. Oh well. Guess we'll just have to ask Lenny tomorrow evening.
Bro, it's too obvious it is, man. What are you talking about? It's super obvious. Or is it just me that think it's no, it's just me. I'm not smart, so yeah, it's not. It's obvious. And then suddenly, nah, it's not them. It was someone else. Though, one thing, I need to... Hold on. I need to really apologize. I can't stop eating sunflower seeds! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm stopping now. I said that like 10 times. Swear to God. But these sunflower seeds taste amazing! It's just normal sunflower seeds, whatever, but... It tastes so good. Oh, I thought the cutscene was gonna start now. I guess we go to our seats. Is people here already? Or is it only us? Okay, it's gonna be us. It's gonna be more. Hello! Okay, here we go.
Paimon's excited to see another of Lenny's magic shows!
Wait, Lynette is... Huh?
Wait. Lynette, shouldn't you be on stage by now?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, wait a minute, why is he here?
Not this time. My brother's going solo today.
Oh, damn.
So, I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's ready because the show is about to begin.
So why did he make the... Wait. Wait a minute. If he... Wait, why would it... If you think about it, right? If he wanted to hold it a secret, why would he bring it up after 10 years? I don't remember why he would do that. Especially in front of... Especially on the same day that Lenny is performing. Why would he... If someone wanted to keep a secret, and it's already boiling over, why suddenly would you come back and threaten and be like, haha, I'm coming back, blah blah blah. Why would he do that?
The great magician Lenny has prepared a spectacular show for us
Wait.
all tonight.
Did we ever get an
concluding with
answer for that?
all-new
Why did he do
grand
that?
finale that no audience has ever seen before.
That makes no sense.
Wow! A new trick!
Thank you all so much for coming. Now, prepare to join me on a journey through the mystical and miraculous.
Oh, we don't get to see anything. Come on.
Exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yes, it's just... It reminds me of him.
Well, there's gonna be more. Watch this.
No wonder. Caesar was a famous magician too.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna pull it.
So, how did you two first meet, Gemma?
Well, I was out on the street once, and I saw him performing for little children. Children love magic, because they're willing to believe in things that can't be rationally explained. Caesar had this amazing way of bringing them into a dreamlike world. And somehow, I felt drawn to him too. So I went up and asked him to do a trick for me.
Aw, that sounds so romantic. What trick did he do?
It was with a flower. He took it in his hand, snapped his fingers, and it magically appeared on my head. I was so happy that day. No one had ever given me a flower before that.
It's the same trick that Lenny did on us.
Oh, that's so cute! Actually, now that you mention it, Lenny's done that one before.
Is that right? Then I suppose he's a romantic at heart, just like Caesar. So let's treasure the time we have with him.
Hey yo, wait a minute. Hey yo, Lenny. Hey yo. I see you. Sheesh, man.
After all, you never know when the people dearest to you might be gone.
Don't be sad. The killer has been caught.
That's right. It's all over now. Paimon doesn't really know how to comfort you, but at the very least, no one's gonna be intimidating you from now on. You can breathe easy at last, right?
I still need to bring up the question again. I need it to be answered. Hopefully they're gonna answer it. But bro, if he wanted to hide it and don't want to bring attention to it, because why would he, right? Because he was gonna start maybe a new investigation into it or something like that. Why would he go after 10 years suddenly and threaten it? I don't get it. Put out the posters and I don't get it. It makes no sense to.
Yes, you can breathe easy now, Phantom Weasel.
Huh?
See? Even Lynette says... Wait, what? The Phantom Weasel? Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
What do you mean, Phantom Weasel?
Oh my god, wait a minute. It's a twist upon twists. Wait.
As Lenny once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role and put on a flawless performance for their audience.
Wait a minute, wait.
But once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's time to end the show. The spotlight is no place for someone with no more cards up their sleeve. It's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow act? I think it's time to put an end to it.
What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't like this riddle. Traveler, Paimon doesn't like where this is going. Come on, say something!
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all enjoying the performance so far. There will now be a brief intermission, after which Lenny will perform the most electrifying act of tonight's show, the one we've all been waiting for. The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House, so please make your way outside in a calm and orderly fashion.
Oh my god.
The Phantom Weasel never did like public places, did they? Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon. Let's talk somewhere else for now.
What is this twist? What? Hey? So... Yeah, I need to hear this out.
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid I can't do any tricks to liven up the mood. This is a big mistake for a magician to make, but thankfully, I do have a backup plan. Now, who wants to hear a story?
Lenny? Don't we have more important things to address right now? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel a moment ago. Oh, what the heck's going on?
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking. I know the questions you want to ask. And as it happens, the story I'm about to tell might answer a few of them.
Explain.
Really? Well then, let's hear it! Paimon's dying of curiosity here!
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine. She never missed a target, never left a trace, and no treasure was safe from her thieving hands. But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer. Every day, she ran the risk of being exposed for who she was. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long, she found her ticket to freedom. She would create a scapegoat, a false weasel to close the chapter on her behalf. After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar. After all, magic and theft shared enough similarities for people to buy the story when the truth came out.
So then what?
Being the master deceiver she was, the weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now all that remained was to frame him for her countless crimes.
So...
But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered her mind. Maybe I don't need to get my hands dirty after all. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death.
Okay, so he was the one... Okay, so they... Damn. Caesar, man, bro, you got... Man, bro, you... Damn, man. You got... Oh, dude.
Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
I've got to hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers. It's enough to make even me wonder whether there was really another mastermind behind all this, pulling the strings. But I just have one question. You seem to think that I am the villain in this tale. What's brought this on, Lyney? Is it something that Lorenzo said?
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that. He was too forthcoming with his confession, as if there was something else he was trying to hide.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me, even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want, and I have no doubt that you, Gemma, are equally talented in this regard. With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. The lovesick fiancé, whose devotion to her betrothed is unshakable, even under threats of violence. Caesar was maligned and hated by all for 10 years, but you? Everyone sympathized with your plight. Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of Caesar's grave was actually the mastermind behind his demise? No, not that poor lady. Perish the thought.
Wait, so you mean the whole intimidation thing was just a hoax? Gemma and Lorenzo were both in on it? But why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't he sell her out even at the end instead of admitting to being the weasel himself?
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Lyney, if you're so confident in your version of events, then I think the answer should be obvious. Having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But if the Weasel remained free, then she could take care of Lorenzo's loved ones.
An excellent answer, though sadly a little dull.
Is that right? Well, don't let me bore you. If you'd care to change the topic to something more interesting, I'd be much obliged.
As a matter of fact, there's one thing I'd really like to understand. Why would the real weasel have targeted things that only have value to other people? Could you shed any light on that?
Of course. After all, we're just telling stories here, aren't we? If I had to guess, I would say that the real weasel must have had a terrible childhood. Left to fend for herself after her parents died young. Betrayed, scorned, beaten. She'd scrounge waste paper from garbage bins to draw on, using twigs and dirt for lack of ink and pen. She'd sew ugly rag dolls from whatever scrap material she could get her hands on. This was her only source of happiness in life. But it was all she needed, and she was content. Until the world decided that even this was too good for her. Once again, she was betrayed. And this time, everything was taken from her. She felt like life was a miry pit that dragged her further down the more she struggled to escape. At that tender age, she should have been happy. Instead, she stood in the shadows and watched with envy as all good things in the world passed her by. This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. Her pain became a breeding ground for dark thoughts. Thoughts which festered and grew into a twisted solution to her troubles. I detest the happiness of others, in all its forms alike. I will rob them of everything they hold to be good and true, and it will fill the void in my soul.
That's some pretty heavy stuff.
Now it all makes sense.
Does this story satisfy you, Linny?
Yes, it is quite to my tastes. Thank you for helping to clear up my confusion.